Breaking news. Russian vehicles face possible seizure by Estonia and Lithuania. Officials in Estonia and Lithuania have issued warnings that passenger vehicles bearing Russian license plates may soon be confiscated as a result of the Baltic's new entry ban. Following clarification from the European Commission that existing regulations prohibit the import or transfer of goods originating in Russia, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia issued consecutive entry bans this week for vehicles with Russian registrations. These cars, with Russian license plates, will have to be confiscated. We have to come to that, Estonian Interior Minister Lauri Läänemets reportedly said on Thursday, as reported by Russian state news agency RIA Novosti. How come there are Russian-plated cars on the roads of Estonia, he wondered. If these vehicles are always passing through, perhaps they should be Estonia licensed. Läänemets clarified that his comments on Thursday's cabinet meeting topic of Russian-registered vehicles in Estonia were his own personal views. On Wednesday, Darius Zavaronis, the head of customs in Lithuania, warned drivers on local radio station LRT that they may face charges and have their vehicles confiscated if they do not follow instructions. However, those who agree with the jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny's position that the vehicle ban is harmful to Russian war exiles and feeds into the Kremlin's narrative of anti-Russian feelings in the West have urged Baltic leaders to reverse their decision. While former President Dmitry Medvedev called for a break in diplomatic relations, Moscow has accused the EU of racism for its ban on passenger vehicles. Why don't you just up and go to Russia? This expression has been used for many years. It certainly predates my own lifetime. Finally, someone does it, and it's Karin Kneissl. And it fits perfectly. Kneissl served as Austria's foreign minister between 2017 and 2019. As an official, she contributed to Sebastian Kurz's populist right administration. Now he is Peter Thiel's employee. Kneissl is, at the very least, in some way Putin's employee. She left the Austrian government and is now serving on the board of the Russian oil giant Rosneft. She also began writing a blog for Russia Today. It was only natural that these things occur. Kneissl is just one example of a politician who is very close to Putin and the Kremlin. They can be sneaky about it at times. They open up at random times. Popular Italian populist leader Matteo Salvini has been photographed in Putin t-shirts. The location was Red Square. This took place in Strasbourg, home of the European Parliament. It's preferable to be forthright rather than sneaky. And in France, do you recall Marine Le Pen posing with three figures representing a kind of trinity? Paintings of Putin, Trump, and herself as heroes? Look at this. Putin danced at Frau Kneissl's wedding in 2018. Pictures of her genuflecting before Putin always struck me as emblematic of the political class that worships the monster in the Kremlin. According to a report by the BBC yesterday, Austrian ex-minister Karin Kneissl moves to Russia with her ponies. Ponies? Yes. While the Russian military was busy killing civilians in Ukraine, they kindly brought her ponies all the way from Syria to St. Petersburg. She's moving to St. Petersburg to head an organization there. In a way, she has returned home. As did many on the left during the Soviet era. Many of us in the free world back in those Soviet times had to come to the conclusion that many of our compatriots were simply on the other side. They didn't have to waste time trying to figure things out because they were confused or misinformed. They were merely across the way. Just like it is now. Indeed, this is the way things are forever.